Okay, in December 2011, I went to meditate in the forest because I didn't enter the barbed wire fence, but I used to go to meditate to Halkoria forest outside of the compound where many other people used to go, villagers, woodcutters, stone cutters, shepherds. So I was just one of these other people. I didn't think I should be discriminated. But I heard some noise like this, and I was afraid, who is this? Someone is near to me or some animal, so I climbed on a trunk, half meter, and I slipped, lost my balance and fall down, and I was lying there many hours without unconscious, and when I woke up my hand was broken. Then I climbed near the fence where I met one old lama of the compound who helped me to make a fixing bandage with wood pieces or sticks, and then he called Darshan Subbalimbu from the compound, who lived inside near Guruji in the Halkoria compound, to take me on motorbike to Passa bridge. He took me, and there I called Lama Cheku, who came on motorbike to pick me up and to take medical care. It was already night, and we were drinking tea in the Passa bridge tea shops when Darshan Subbalimbu and Buddha arrived on motorbike, luring me with the trick that Guruji would like to speak to me. So I told Lama Cheku I was 1 year waiting for this occasion, that Dharma Sangha actually speaks to me or wants to see me, so it doesn't matter that my hand was broken. For me this was the most important thing. So I convinced Lama Cheku still to come with me, because I sensed something impure in this from the Sangha people, because I knew already their attitude to me. And yes, it was soon confirmed, because then I was actually locked up in the office house. Lama Cheku was told to leave. Still in that evening my things were taken from Simra. The witness is the mother of Lama Cheku. The things were taken by Darshan Subbalimbu and Buddha on motorbike, including my laptop, MP3 player, etc. I had no access to my things from that moment. Even, okay, I cannot say details, but I really needed some of my medicines and some of my hygienic things. I was locked up for about 1 week in this house. My hands and legs were tied, so 2 times a day I was carried by Dorje and Darshan to the toilet, because I could not walk. Also my hip bone was displaced, hip joint, so I could hardly walk. I was limping. After this they put me on a spot tied to a tree. The bandage was not rope this time, but in fact I cannot tell the truth about all the details of my captivity, because this is just so extreme what they were doing to me, that I would cause all this group right away to go to jail, because it is just unbelievable. I trust that the truth will come out, because the nature of truth is to be seen. And even if I myself will not speak out, or I will be silenced, I know that the truth will come out some way. So after I was tied to this tree, I protested because it was very noisy and I was still a little stupid, very stupid, and I still wanted to meditate even when tied like an animal to this tree and treated worse than an animal. You can probably imagine every human being has biological needs, and only a few of my needs had been partially satisfied during all the 3 months of this captivity, and partially this is the need of having some nutrition and the need of having a warm place to sleep. The other needs had not been satisfied, so anyone can imagine what does it mean to be tied to a tree 3 months. Then when I protested in this place for the noise being too near to the settlement of people, they made me a place about 5 minutes to the west inside the jungle. So Nepali media is showing a house in the jungle, a stone house with some ropes on the table. It's ridiculous. I have never been tied in that house. I have never entered that house. I was all the time practically tied near the tree, at a tree in the jungle. Dharma Sangha arranged that I had a tent to sleep in, my tent, which was just near the tree, but my freedom of movement was about half meter, and I had my sleeping bag also. I was counting the time according the moon and according to my female period, and about I guess about the end of the 2nd month or beginning of 3rd month, Darshan Subba Limbu came with a request that I have to provide him a sexual service, which was very disgusting. He wanted first to rape me, but after many explanation and I tried to speak me out of this, somehow I managed, but he still sexually abused me in another way, and he repeated it about 4 or 5 times due to the fact that I was tied, and anything I protested was punished by violence. I was afraid to shout, or and no one would hear it actually. It was deep in the forest, and I was still in a very strange mood. I was still believing in the spiritual purpose of this captivity, which soon seemed to me absurd, because after this first sexual defiling, I realized that it cannot have anything with the wish of a spiritual guru. During the 3 months' time, I had been daily violently treated. Again, I don't give details because it is just too terrible, and they would straight put Darshan Subba Limbu to jail. And other people who caused me many humiliations and health problems. So finally I was released on the 24th of March